All right, darlings, it is Wednesday, and Gucci is out grabbing a few things and running some errands for the house. I doubt he's going to go anywhere tomorrow, so we're going to vlog today. What I have to vlog about is not very like, this is what we did today, this is what we did that day, so it's cool that we're not, that we're vlogging on this Wednesday as we've been doing the last couple of weeks. Nothing major is going to happen tomorrow. We posted on Friday. So honestly, this vlog is more just about like me. I think I'm about to have like a people pleasing rant after I get you guys through the logistics of the house, because I do have a bit of some like observations about myself that I do want to talk about, and then just kind of talk about a few things. So what I am learning as I assist my partner in parenting, not even just parenting boys. I also have a rush order. So today, beyond those other days where I really wasn't working while I was talking to y'all, as a matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna work. Even though I have a rush order, we're gonna get this rush order done, but we're gonna take this time for myself. I've been working on, when I can, being present in the things that I'm doing. Like if I'm doing this video, I need to do this video, talk with my hands, give myself time to not be all the day long, right? So let's come back. First of all, obviously I'm a girl. And obviously I don't have any children. So I don't know anything about raising boys to be a man. I don't know about anything about raising a person at all. Only thing that I have as far as reference as it comes to raising children is the way my mother raised me. And then some things that I picked up in the 6 years that I was teaching. In all of those situations, none of that fully applies here. And so what I am learning, and I'm realizing that I'm learning, is number one, my truth and the way I was raised is not the only way to raise a person. And two, I need to, which I have been being, so I'm not giving myself this feedback because I haven't been doing it, just identifying something. I need to be mindful of the way in which that I step in. I rarely ever step in as it pertains to my partner and his son. Honestly, I don't step in at all. And sometimes after he's done engaging with him, he'll check in with me and ask me my feedback. I think that cycle works for us. But I also have to remind myself that like the reason that he checks in with you at the end of it is because if during it you feel like he's done too much, you can speak up. Now, of course, if I ever feel like that baby is getting laid into too much, or if I feel like he kind of going too hard, I will step in. I always will. But I also have to stop myself from enabling my stepson the way I have been enabled by my mother. Like I talked to y'all a few vlogs ago, or last vlog, about him like really cutting it close with this bus and like almost missing the bus and like not waking up in the morning on time. And so I have told myself to stop waking up early in the morning, knocking on the door to wake him up. But then when I stopped doing that, we got some close calls to missing the bus. And so the other day I kind of told my partner, I'm just like, okay, I understand that he needs to be accountable and I don't disagree with you. But I feel like we probably should start waking him up again. And he was like, no. He was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it. He was like, I assumed you stopped because you got tired of doing it, which you should have. And if you didn't, I would have told you to. And he said, if you try to get up to go wake him up, me and you gonna have a problem. The first day that he missed that bus, he's gonna have to walk to school or find a way to get to school, and you can't be outside because I'm gonna call the truancy police. And I was just like, I am a former people pleaser who was raised by a people pleaser. And I love my mother. Anybody who knows me knows that I love my mother. And I say this because I don't know how much of my family or who in my family watches my vlog. I love my mother more than I love anything and anybody in this world. But my mother, even though she wished well, and she meant well, I'll say, she instilled in me a lot of things that are very unhealthy. She taught me to be more concerned about what people think of me than the truth. She taught me to be more concerned about the way I'm viewed and perceived than what is necessary and needed for whatever goal that I have to be accomplished. As I become an adult, I unlearn that, and I get into a lot of situations in life where I kind of put my foot in my mouth because I tell people what they want to hear, and then I realize I'm not supposed to do it, and then I double back, and now the connection is ruined. And I'll give an example of that a little bit later into the vlog, because it actually happened recently in my life. But this big issue that I'm unlearning started as simple as the enabling. I'm going to wake you up every day. I'm going to make sure you get to school every day, no matter what. I'm never going to make you accountable for your own life. I remember being a little girl telling my mom, if you keep saving me from everything that you think is going to hurt me, one day something is going to hurt me and I'm not going to know how to save myself. I have to remind myself of that when I try to be my mother and constantly save that boy. I can't do that. His dad is absolutely right. The first day that he misses a bus, he should find a way to get to school on his own, because the first day that you don't have a car and you need to go to work, you still need to go to work and your bills still need to be due. You can't call the landlord. You can't call the phone people. You can't call nobody your phone off. But you can't call the people and say, hey, life sucks. I need you guys to help to be okay with the fact that I'm not paying this bill. The person who answered that phone, their life sucks. And they don't give a fuck. And I have to understand that what I view as mean is actually stern and is actually necessary for life. And this will be something that this young man doesn't have to unlearn the way I am unlearning it. So I'm checking myself in that regard. That is the first thing that's kind of happening in the house. And then the second thing that's happening in the house is, even though I don't know if I'm okay with it, not even I'm okay with it. I don't know if I'm going to like him after we're done, I'll say. I've asked Gucci to train me for Carnival. I have been working out with myself in the mornings. I'm about to start doing like 5 or 10 minutes of just dancing, just nonstop dancing, so I can get my stamina up. But I know that my workouts are not as aggressive as like if somebody was training me. Plus, I can't, because I don't have a mirror where I work out in the living room, I can't see my form. So I need somebody. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. I need somebody checking my form. I need somebody pushing me, because I want to look good at Carnival. I want to feel good at Carnival. And I want to continue to do stuff with this dance troupe. And so I really want to make a good impression. And so I asked Gucci to train me. I'm scared because he's an asshole. But it's the assholes that's going to get you the pop, 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 pop that you want. So this summer, I'm going to be naked a lot, because once he get me together, once he get me where I need to be, I'm going to maintain it. And then I'm going to keep my body that way, because I want to be one of them women like Jada Pinkett Mom at 70, you know, serving the girls, looking good, okay? That's what's going on around the house now. Y'all, I need to have a people-pleasing moment. Okay, let's talk. So, last week, was it last week? Yeah, last week, I had to realize that I have been growing a lot, but I haven't been growing as much as I want to. I need to. And as a result of that, ended up probably in a decent friendship, which I have to remind myself, because I feel like it is even people pleasing. It's even people pleasing for me to say I ruined this friendship by doing this. It wasn't just me that ruined this friendship, and I'm going to tell you guys the situation. So you can, in the comments, let me know. Give me feedback. Because I'm going to tell you what occurred, and I'm going to tell you how I handled it, but I would love to hear what y'all think about it. So, for those of you who don't know, I feel like I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Gucci and I are polyamorous, which means that we are not the only people that the two of us will love in our lives. We practice hierarchical. I've been practicing this word all week and I still didn't say it right, but we practice tiered polyamory, right? So Gucci and I, we exist on our primary tier. He is my primary partner. I am his primary partner. We do life together. We pay bills together. We're raising his kids together. We are it. We have the power to veto something for somebody. We have the power to tell our person, I don't want you to be connected to that person. Now, when people hear stuff like that, they're always like, well, what happens if he really liked this girl and you don't like her? That has not yet happened. But if it does happen, we just have to have extensive conversation, because his primary focus is the relationship with me and my primary focus is the relationship with him. Now, being that polyamory, I won't say is a new concept, but it's just a new concept that people are talking about outside of their homes and outside of their respective communities. It's been difficult at first for us to find a group of people to hang out with within that lifestyle that we can just feel comfortable with. Like, hanging out with what polyamorous people call vanilla people, which I hate that too. Like, hanging out with non-polyamorous people sometimes gets really weird, because we'll be out and I might see a girl that I'm attracted to. I date women separately from Gucci, and I have given him the freedom to date women separately from me, but he does not have the desire. He would prefer to meet a woman who is interested in both of us. So if and when he is doing any searching or looking, he's always looking for a bisexual woman who would be interested in joining our relationship. Usually I attract women who are primarily lesbian, who have no desire to be with him, and he has decided to not restrict me in a way of, if you meet a woman and she's beautiful and you want to be a part of her life, go ahead. Now, one thing that has not been a real part of our polyamory journey is me engaging with men other than him. First of all, I just don't have the desire. I don't be bothered with other men. I don't be bothered with men. I barely want to be bothered with the man that I got. Men for me, and I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're a man, men for me are the most annoying species on the freaking planet. Like, so I've never really desired that. Plus, I was like goo goo gaga over him. But we have tons of conversations about it, because I'm a woman and I'm a person and I'm a human being and I'm a sexual being. And one day I might see a man that I'm attracted to and I might want to do that. So we talk about it quite a bit. And the synopsis right now is that the only time that would happen and it be okay in our relationship is if, like, we're at Hedonism, which is a resort for polyamory and the lifestyle. If we're on vacation and we're at something and I meet a man who I just can't go without allowing, to get a little some of this, Gucci and I have decided that, hey, that's cool. I'm never going to see this person again. But our agreement has been that anybody that we spend time with and have, be around and be friends with, so to speak, is off limits for really both of us, because I don't want to be around somebody who is making snide comments about your body and I can't say nothing because they're doing it. Like, he and I both, like, when we are out socially, unless we are, in a throuple or something of that nature, to only be the only person that can talk under the other person's clothes, which is very fucking fair. So we met this group of polyamorous people through this young man, and the young man in question is a person who no longer is my friend. I don't want to say his name, so we're just going to call him Red, okay? So Red introduced us to these really great people. We went and hung out with them for one of the people that's in the group birthday. Everything was fire. I'll be honest. I learned some information about Red that I'm not going to disclose here, because the person who told me the information told me in confidence. But the information showed that he doesn't have as high of character as I thought that he did. Now, because I can't talk to him about the situation, I was left with a lot of assumptions. That being said, I pulled away from him. Now, when I first met Red is a dom, and he had this beautiful young lady, Blue. We'll just call her Blue. Him and Blue were in a relationship. Y'all, I made I won't say a mistake. I made the inappropriate decision to heavily flirt with Red, knowing that we would never ever be physical. Number one, because the agreements around my dynamic is that I will never be physical with somebody who I seek out as a friend in that way, because that's just not what we want to do. Two, at that point, it wasn't until we started hanging out with this group of people that we even came to that point. At first, it was like, you can fuck as many girls as you want, but I don't want you having sex with another man. And so being around people who were comfortable and a lot more open allowed Gucci to be like, well, maybe I am being a little too hasty, et cetera, et cetera. So I thank Red for everything that him and that group has helped me in my relationship with, no matter what. But at the beginning of the connection, I was super cheeky and flirty with Red because I was trying to get to Blue. Blue and Red broke up. Blue is no longer. So when Blue left, I was completely like, okay, friends on Red. We're cool. Never thought anything of it because Red was also essentially okay with the friend zone. Unbeknownst to me, though, Red has been sitting around waiting to cash in on a little bit of this tail. right? So last Thursday, I think it was. Yep, last Thursday or Friday, one of them. Red post in the group chat that we're all in this little picture that allows us to like repost it, and people can come and get in our inbox and tell us something they've been wanting to tell us, etc., etc. You know how to, yeah, if you guys are involved in these like social media things, you know how it goes. It's gonna be a long vlog because we already got 15 minutes and I need to get this out. Red posted it. I'm sorry, that threw me off. Posted it, and then I reposted it, of course. Really, and that's what's so crazy is when I'm in these environments, I really be just trying to talk to the girls. Like I love women. I love women. If I could comfortably date a woman without, I probably would be a full lesbian, because sexually I'm more attracted to women. When I get really intoxicated, I'm ready to touch on a woman. When, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go too deep because we don't got a lot of time. But anyways, y'all get it. I posted that so the baddies can get in my inbox. Like, make me a bathing suit and come take me out of it. Like, it's never the fucking girls. It's always these men. So Red gets in my inbox and he's like, oh yeah, I still want to play with you. Those of you who are involved in the lifestyle, we know that play is a cheeky way to say, let's have sex. And at that moment, people pleaser me was pushed to the side by realistic me. And realistic me was like, okay, now we need to be honest with this person. We lied because we wanted to have sex with his girlfriend. That's not a thing anymore. And I'm grateful that that's not a thing anymore, because what would have happened if I tried to sleep with this girl and then I would have been into it with my man, because, you know what I mean? Anything. So Red tells me that he still wants to play with me. He hasn't forgotten about, my promises to him, etc., etc. And that's what annoyed me, because it's like, don't walk up on no woman and tell them like, yeah, you promised me your body, I'm still waiting on it. That was the energy I got from that. And so while I also take my responsibility for being misleading, it felt really fucking dirty and disgusting the way he came at me and talked to me. So mind you, hold on, let's back it up. Red ordered a blanket from me almost a month ago. A blanket that every time that he got on one of my lives, whether he were playing or not, because let him tell it, he didn't rush me into the blanket. But Red ordered a blanket for me a month ago that I still have in my closet. I'm not going to sell it to him, but we're going to get to that. Red ordered a blanket for me. It took him almost 3 weeks to pay me. Those of you who know that there are people in my life who I will not take a deposit from. Don't take any money down. I do the blanket and then you give me the money. He ordered the blanket for me. He was playing around with my money for like 2 or 3 weeks. So for you to get in my inbox and tell me that you're interested in playing with me and you ain't forgot about what I promised you, as if your fucking merchandise isn't still in my house, was really disrespectful to me. So I was really like, fuck it, we finna nip this in the bud. Let's go. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm not interested at all. Basically, it's basically what I said. Like, I'm not interested on that level. At the time, I was interested because you had Blue, but Blue is gone, and I'm not really interested in you solo. Plus, my dynamic, da-da-da-da. So I would just basically, I'll be honest. I played victim. This is why I'm holding myself accountable. I played victim and I played clueless. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We never talk like that. We only talk about Blue. We only talked about me, you, and Blue hanging out, or us doing a swap. And I would be able to, because you said that you were okay with Gucci playing with Blue. And that was when I realized, okay, I did say I was okay with Gucci playing with Blue. And naturally, if Gucci was going to play with Blue, he was going to play with me. Got it. At that point, though, I had leaned into like my idea of like, okay, whatever, but it's not working. So when I said that it wasn't working, Red's response was, okay, I'm gonna go back into my corner. It's nothing. It's all right. We all good. We're all straight. I should have left it at that. I honestly believe that our connection would still be okay if I left it at that, but I don't know, because I feel like he was still at that point still butthurt. And the reason I say that is because after he said that, I was just like, okay, well, just don't get weird on me. I found myself kind of doubling back on some people pleasing shit, like, oh my God, I hope you're not mad at me. I hope you don't start mistreating me. Like, because men treat women who they think they have a chance to have sex with way better than women that they don't. And so then he was like, and also bring me my blanket. And so I was like, I'll gladly bring you your blanket. Like, while we were still talking about all of this other shit, I'm like, I'll gladly bring you your blanket, but you need to pay me. Everybody in their mama pay via the banks, right? He